It's your boy, your favorite fellow Mellow, Blazing Mellow, the Raging Sun, the Blazing Star, and the God of the Universe, right back with another one, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, man, finally we back, man, we fucking finally back, man. Some days feel like eternity. Not because I'm not experiencing shit, but the absence of me doing what I love feels like eternity. So when I'm not up here for like 2 days, 3 days, sometimes even one day, shit feels like a goddamn eternity because time moves slow if you are like very excited for something in the future. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we were kids and we were super excited for Christmas or some shit like that, man. We used to be like super excited and time moves slow and this shit feels like I feel the same shit when I'm talking about like my live streams. I'm just like way too excited for this shit, man. To the point days feel like eternity when I'm not doing shit, you know what I'm saying? Keep that shit in fucking mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Your boy is finally right back with another one. What's good, my guys, girls, and what? Now let's just dive straight into it. We just getting situated, we just getting comfortable, we just getting everything right so we can finally dive into the goddamn topic, even though, well, we have a topic, but the topic is very broad in general type shit. So let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about some spiritual shit, man. Some things were very apparent the last couple days in my life. And one thing I've noticed one specific thing. You just cannot know something you've never experienced. And I'm not talking about some atheistic shit like you have to see shit face to face. But you have to experience something in order to even know it. Everything else is like bullshit. Everything else is like a made up delusion. You only know what you experience type shit. The rest is just an empty story and imagination, you know? A fucking delusion. The experience is what's truly bringing knowledge. You have to experience something in order to truly know. So you just can't experience something, aka you cannot build wisdom because wisdom is built out of experiences when you don't do shit, when you just sit on your ass all day. And nowadays, you become a scholar if you just sit on your ass all day and think about shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is like fucking retarded. You become a scholar nowadays, you become some sort of famous philosopher without even having to experience life. I mean, you can become a literal teacher, a school teacher, without experiencing something. You just have to go through university, through college, and study some curriculum without you having to bring some actual life experience to the table. And it goes beyond teachers in school. It's like in everything with life nowadays. People online, people who write books, people who become physical teachers, great philosophers, like these motherfuckers have never experienced a single thing in their life. All they doing is just thinking about something and writing down some made-up delusion they call a logical thesis. You know what I'm saying? That shit is like crazy to me. Human beings in this society label mental concepts and logical theories as wisdom, which is like the damn opposite of wisdom. Wisdom can only be developed if you experience something face to face, if you experience life. And life is just an experience. Life is the experience. Your experience is life right now. Life is just an ongoing experience. And this builds wisdom. And in order to build wisdom, you have to live your life. You don't have to be on your mama's couch watching some streamer all day jerking off in the meantime. You know what I'm saying? This is not living life. I mean, technically you're living life, but you're not experiencing something worthwhile. There's a distinction between actually living life and actually experiencing something. We all experience something, don't get it twisted, but it's about what we experience. It's not about experiencing for the sake of experiencing, because we all experience something. You experience something. You watch my live stream right now. I'm experiencing something. I'm making a live stream right now. It's not about the experience itself. It's about what you experience. And this is where like one specific mechanism in life comes into place. The what? The you. The subjectivity. Because life is not all about what you're doing, it's about how you're doing it. I meant to say not the what, the how. It's all about the how. The subjectivity, like the person, you. Because we are all doing the same thing. We are all alive. We all breathe. We all shit. We all take a piss. We all eat. We all drink. We all sleep. We all wake up. We are all doing the same thing. Being in a human body. Having the same mind. So it's not all about what you have or what you're doing. It's about how you're doing that shit. Because just being a human is no guaranteed way to live a nice life. Because two different humans have a different life. It's not about being a human and that's just it. It's about how you're being a human. You know what I'm saying? I know I described that shit very abstract, but that shit is actually some deep shit. But the whole point of my whole preaching session is, nowadays experiences are like nothing. Nobody experiences shit nowadays. That shit is like crazy. And people have the nerve to call themselves wise, educated, well taught, some scholar, and they don't even experience something face to face. I mean, nowadays you become a smart person. You're seen as a smart person in this society, not because you have actual wisdom, which builds smartness anyways, for the lack of better words. It's just that humans develop a mechanism as something they label intelligence by just studying something all day, by just reading all day, and nothing wrong with reading, nothing wrong with studying, nothing wrong with getting your PhD or some shit like that. But you need to understand that this isn't ultimately making you intelligent. What's making you truly intelligent is living life. And you don't live life on your phone. I hate to break it to you, you do not live life on your phone. I mean, I don't know how we got to this point, but we live in a goddamn world in which everybody lives life on their phone, behind their phone screen. I don't know how we got here, but here we are, man. I don't give a fuck, it's not my responsibility. I mean, I wasn't pushing out phones, and I wasn't making everybody retarded to the point everybody lives behind their screen and not living in life. It's not my doing. Like, don't point the finger at me. I was given this world, I didn't create it type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not responsible for shit. But all I know is we live in a society, we live in a world in which people don't even live life. This is all I know. This is all I see. Don't hate me for it, I wasn't the one making the world that way. Trust me, I didn't. Trust me, I didn't. I wasn't doing that shit whatsoever. But that shouldn't be your concern anyways. What others are doing, how the world is looking, what everybody's into, mental illnesses, this shouldn't be even your concern. What should be your concern is living your goddamn life in a worthwhile way. And for life to be good, you have to consciously be involved in making your life good. Life won't become good by just you sitting on your ass all day and waiting for things to be better. You have to actively be an active participant in your own life. There's something which is very common in this world called derealization, which is some made up shit anyways. Something called derealization. It is a sensation in which somebody is in their own body and they don't feel like they're alive. They're just staring empty holes into the goddamn air. They're just doing this all day. Something called derealization is a popular thing in this world, or like some weird mental condition people are into, derealization. And derealization, which is a synthetic mental illness anyways, is marked by you feeling like you are a passenger in your own body. You feel like you don't even exist because all you do is just staring, all you do is just being in a very idle state of mind. And this is what I'm talking about. This is everybody's life because nobody lives life. I mean, of course you will feel derealization, of course you will feel idled, of course you will feel like a passenger in your own life. If you don't even live life, if all you do is being on your phone all day. Because think about what you're mentally going through when you're on your phone all day. You're just staring at something and you wait to receive. This is what you train your mind to be if you are on your phone all day. Imagine I'm on my phone right now, I'm on this goddamn tablet and I scroll through TikTok. Look at my eyes. Just disregard that I'm holding a tablet right now. Just look at my eyes. All I'm doing is staring at the screen. So of course, if all you do is staring at the screen and you are no longer on that screen, you will continue staring empty goddamn holes into the goddamn wall. Of course, if all you do is scrolling on your phone and your phone is being taken away from you, your mind will still be trained to be like this. Because you're training yourself to receive 24/7. You're training your subconscious mind, or like even your conscious mind, to receive influence 24/7. And this shouldn't even be life, just receiving, just sucking in, just opening your spiritual mouth, waiting for somebody's dick to be shoved in your mouth type shit. You know what I'm saying? As I was saying in my last live stream, everybody sucks esoteric dick. Everybody is an esoteric twink. Because all you're doing, not you per se, but all people are doing, is waiting to receive somebody else's influence. All people are doing is waiting to receive somebody else's pushing out energy, somebody else's Mars. So everybody, not everybody, you know what I mean. So everybody is sucking esoteric dick, esoteric root chakra. Everybody is sucking esoteric penis, like some esoteric twins. Because all people are doing is waiting to receive somebody else's expression, somebody else's character, somebody else's goals, somebody else's intention. Have you ever heard of TikTok before? Have you ever heard of Twitch before? Have you ever heard of, I don't know, YouTube before? All you're seeing on Twitch, YouTube, etc., 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 are people who are pushing out their intentions, their expressions, their Mars chakra. So all you're doing is watching people pushing out their goals, but you yourself are not pushing out anything. And if you live in this type of imbalance, when you constantly wait for people to push something out, of course you will live a very inactive life. You will live a life which is just based out of you wanting to receive shit 24/7. And if you only receive shit 24/7, you wait for things to happen. Somebody who is a receiver 24/7, somebody who takes shit in 24/7, no homo boss, is somebody who waits for something, because this is a passive energy. Wanting to receive something builds passive behavior. And being passive, being too passive, automatically builds your character to be in a certain way, which is having you to be at the mercy of somebody else's influence. It goes like this. I like to think about shit like a group project. Imagine you are in a group project, and you yourself are a very passive and not proactive, a very inactive individual. So naturally you wait for everybody else's influence in that group project. You don't initiate shit. You don't initiate new ideas. Your ideas are coming from receiving somebody else's influence in that group project. And this is reality for a lot of people. Because life is built out of an active association of human beings. Society is just a very big association of everybody's individuality coming together. And in this group project, in this grand school project we call this society, in this grand coming togetherness, for the lack of better words, I said for the lack of better words, but for the lack of better words and for the lack of better words, people in this society wait for somebody else to act first, to piggyback the whole ideas of, to piggyback the whole influence of. It goes like this, man. We live in a society in which people don't think for themselves. They just wait for somebody else to push out something, and then they build the whole character based on what that person was pushing out. Otherwise, religion wouldn't be a thing. Like religious people, for an instance, they don't think or experience shit on their own to come to certain conclusions on how life is working. No. They wait for somebody else to point out a goddamn scripture. Check this out. Genesis 20,16:11. Check this out. They wait for somebody else to push out a scripture to build the whole worldview based off. And it goes beyond religious people. People into politics. People into the entertainment industry. Everybody is waiting for somebody to make the first move, and then based on that first move, everybody builds their individuality off. You know what I'm saying? Because life is like a mirror, and people mistake life as a very inactive process. They mistake life to make the first move. But you have to make the first move. It's like approaching a bitch. It's like approaching a girl. Life is a fat bitch. Life is a huge, obese son of a bitch. Or not even son of a bitch. Life is a fat bitch. A huge bitch. A 10,000 pounds bitch. That bitch won't make a move first. You have to make the move first. And then life will move accordingly. Life is like a mirror. So you just can't wait for shit to happen. You have to make shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. Mysterio. You said, when's the next open panel? Maybe this weekend, because during the week I barely have any time. I can't be up here for too long, so it wouldn't be like worth making an open panel when I don't have much time. Maybe in the weekend, you know what I'm saying? During the weekend, maybe. Damn, it's Friday today. Maybe tomorrow or Saturday. Or Saturday. Sunday, I'm fucking retarded. Bedroom scholars, yes sir. Everybody's a bedroom scholar. Everybody sits on the ass, watches YouTube, and then they become some sort of wisdom motherfucker. Some sort of wise human being. You're so wise, man. Man, shut your asses up, man. Y'all ain't wise for shit. He said it's backwards. They think the Gemini information is wisdom instead of Sag. And it's interesting that you're saying this, because I was keeping this in mind without talking about astrology. Wisdom, aka life, aka the experience, comes first. You first experience something, and then you develop an intellect based on that experience. But everybody has it backwards for some strange reason. Everybody develops an intellect first, and now they live life. And now they go with an intellect through life, which shouldn't be a thing, which shouldn't be a goddamn thing in existence at all. Life is the experience, and you don't need to think in order for things to happen. Life is an ongoing experience, and that experience will happen regardless if you think or if you don't think. Thinking is just done after the fact, as I was mentioning 10,000 times throughout my channel's history. But this is common sense. Thinking is only done after an experience. It is analyzing the past experience to the point you can now extract wisdom from it. But thinking in and of itself doesn't build wisdom. Wisdom comes from perception. Wisdom comes from going through an experience. And you just can't think about an experience and then this experience will happen. Check this out. I'm thinking about 10,000 bitches right now sitting on my dick. Guess what? 10,000 bitches still won't be on my dick. So me thinking about 10,000 bitches won't bring me 10,000 bitches on my dick. I have to experience something in order to see 10,000 bitches and then make moves. You know what I'm saying? So life is built out of experiences. You just can't think your way through life. You said it's also you said that's why Geminis might have a hard time making wise choices, or they may not get wisdom through life and they get the wisdom from a book. Yeah, this is like the lower octave version of Mercury. When you don't have, it all goes back to the lack of courage anyways. Somebody like beyond Geminis and Virgos, somebody who's not living life, somebody who's not experiencing life, has no courage, has no balls. Because that person has been sheltered 24/7. Because of the very nature of wisdom, the very nature of an experience, which is life, is chaotic. An experience is uncontrollable. It is unpredictable. And Mercury signs like predictability. They like order, structure, routine, and they like when they can see where things are leading to. But this is no such thing in life. When you experience something, you cannot see where things are leading to. I mean, when I go out and play football, I just can't see where things are leading to because the experience is unpredictable. And this is what Mercury signs, or like low octave, not every Mercury sign, but low octave Mercury signs have an issue with. They don't like experiences because experiences are unstructured. They're not logical. They are not predictable. And this is like the failure of a low octave Mercury sign. When you think you have to predict everything, but you cannot predict shit. I mean, technically speaking, there is a possibility of Obama being on my door right now and making me the next president. Technically speaking, there is a possibility. There is the possibility that, I don't know, Obama knocks on my door right now and says, hey, yo, you are the next president. I know this is not going to happen, but technically speaking, there is a possibility. I'm saying this to say that, man. Everything can happen in life. Everything can happen in life. Everything and anything. And by default, this develops a sense of unsafety, for the lack of better words. Know what I'm saying? Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. So as I was saying, technically speaking, everything is possible, and this is not something people who are too logical like to hear. Because for somebody to even be way too logical, like in a very unhealthy type of degree without being balanced, that type of person is somebody who is sheltered. Like somebody who's extremely logical is somebody like a nerd. And we all know what a nerd is looking like. We all had like nerdy kids in school who are like extremely logical. We all know what kind of person looks like that, what kind of person is like even being very logical. Somebody who's being very logical is like a nerd. And that person is somebody who don't have any juice. That person doesn't have any juice. Like as in fluidity, as in swag, as in a soul. And you cannot be very stiff without avoiding experiences, even subconsciously. Experiences should make you fluid. Experiences should make you wise, wide, wise, opened up, enlarged, you name it. And I'm not talking about your physical body. I'm not talking about your fat ass physical body. An experience should make you lose. It should, and you should be loose in an experience. To make it even more important. Because when you are not loose in an experience, you just cannot extract the wisdom out of that experience. An experience only turns into wisdom when you are able to perceive something. Period. And you cannot perceive something right when you have 10,000 thoughts on your mind. Hence, somebody who's overly logical lacks a soul, not physically speaking, but like characteristically speaking. Somebody who's overly logical doesn't have any relatability, no emotional intelligence, no type of quality which made you feel like, damn, this person could be my friend. Essentially no relatability still. And I can't speak, I'm fucking retarded. Essentially no relatability skills. And you don't have any relatability skills, you are overly logical. This makes you stiff by default. Because you're way too busy thinking. Period. You're just way too busy thinking 24/7. When you're too busy thinking 24/7, you just cannot loosen up. You just cannot be free. You just cannot be smooth to the point you see things as they are. You know what I'm saying? And this is like very dangerous. This is motherfucking dangerous. This is extremely dangerous. So be balanced. Don't throw logic out the window, but don't make it your end all and be all. Like everybody in this world, not everybody, but some people make logic their end all and be all. While in all actuality, nothing should be your end all and be all. If something is your end all and be all, you yourself are retarded. You yourself are a failure of a human being. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't defend something with your whole life. You should use everything. You shouldn't be like, I pick left over right. I pick blue over red. I pick yes over no. If you do that, you are retarded. I hate to break it to you, but you are retarded. Because sometimes you need red, sometimes you need blue, sometimes you need yes, sometimes you need no. So don't be like, I defend yes and fuck no. I defend no and fuck yes. No, you need both. Because if you don't have balance, you will be like retarded. Now you will be like an overly yes man. Or you will be an overly no man. An overly yes man is somebody who meets right everything, somebody with no individuality, somebody who gets bullied, etc, etc, etc. Somebody who says no 24/7 has like a stick shoving up their ass, walks like they're having like a goddamn vibrator in their asshole, somebody who can't loosen up for shit, somebody who can't be relatable for shit, you name it, you need both, you need both, you need to be a yes man sometimes and you need to be a no man sometimes. No man as in no, not no man as in no man, but you know what I mean. You know what I motherfucking mean. Is it Obama making you the next president? Who knows? Maybe Obama will make me the next president, who knows? I mean, the possibility is there. You know what I'm saying? The possibility is there. You just cannot come to conclusions like that, man. Who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows? First Kurdish president. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I'll be the first Kurdish president. You know what I'm saying? Man, extreme logical people, they analyze other people on how to make... Yeah, exactly. This is what I was talking about. Somebody who's overly logical has no influence. Period. Because influence is fluidity. And when you have too much logic, you don't have fluidity. It's as simple as that, man. And we can glorify scholars as much as we want. We can glorify, I don't know, logical peeps all we want. And I'm not saying I'm against logic. I'm not saying I hate logic. Obviously, I need logic to even talk right now. Obviously, I need logic to even know English. Obviously, I need logic to even pay my bills. I'm not discrediting logic right here. As I was saying, I'm not for this and I'm not for that. I'm for everything. I use everything. I love everything, no homo. I love everything like I'm a faggot, no homo pause. You know what I mean, man. You know what I mean, man. You know what I fucking mean, man. And I take the faggot shit back, man. This is not what I meant to say, man. This is not what I meant to say. But anyways, the point is, when you have too much logic, you like influence. Because influence is emotional intelligence. And paint the picture, I already talked about this shit. It's like, At this point, it should be obvious. At this point, I shouldn't point out the obvious. You know what I'm saying? So paint your own picture. I gave you the colors, you paint the own picture. I'm not here to help you paint the picture. You said black pill incels, and also what you think about the IQ test. Why do you think exists? Well, the IQ test is something faulty, because, check this out. An IQ test is something which is done to test your intelligence. But did you know that you can be better at IQ tests? For instance, if I take one IQ test, I will score a specific number as far as my IQ. But when I take 10 more IQ tests, I will score a higher number. IQ tests are not made to measure your intelligence. Because you can be good at studying a specific IQ test to the point you can solve this IQ test, but you're not actually smart. You get what I'm saying? IQ tests are like faulty. They are a faulty way to measure your intelligence. And even then, even if IQ tests are made to develop or like to determine your intelligence, they are only like goddamn determining your logical skills. But you have different kind of intelligence which go beyond logic. So even if IQ tests were accurate, they wouldn't be the end all and be all. Because you have other intelligence inside your brain. You have other, not even in your brain, inside your body, you know what I'm saying? Even if an IQ test would be valid, it still wouldn't determine your intelligence as a whole. Because intelligence as a whole goes beyond your logic. It goes beyond, I can analyze what 10,000 pieces of watermelons weigh. I can analyze what 10,000 euros are in US dollars currency, you know what I'm saying? So even if that's right, logic is not the end all and be all as far as determining your intelligence. Because we have different kind of intelligence. We have different kind of categories of intelligence. We have artistic intelligence, emotional intelligence, and 10,000 other pieces of intelligence, which I don't want to list. But you know the drill, man. You know the fucking drill. Like IQ tests, I get it. We can determine your logical skill, but this doesn't determine how smart or how stupid you are. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know why people glorify IQ tests way too much. I don't know, man. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. I don't fucking get it. I do not fucking get it, man. I don't get it. Because check this out. Imagine a nerd. Everybody says, he's so smart. He got straight A's, straight B's. He's so smart. Yeah, that person might know how to be good logically. But does this person can teach you how to get bitches? Does this person know how to make a song? Does this person know how to be a relatable human being? No! So in this type of endeavor, that person is retarded. That person has a very low IQ. You know what I'm saying? So you just can't bet all your eggs in one basket. As far as labeling IQ the end all and be all. You just cannot say, yeah, we only value IQ and it never goes further than that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's like retarded. Because a very logical person cannot teach you how to make music, for instance, because they lack emotional intelligence. So they are stupid in this area. And now we are like more accurate. Everybody is good at something and everybody doesn't know how to do something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to build a house. That doesn't mean I'm stupid, because a person who does know how to build a house doesn't know how to make live streams, doesn't know how to make good spiritual content. You know what I'm saying? So who's more smarter here? You get it? It's like fluky. We cannot determine IQ or like intelligence based on one attribute. It's stupid to judge intelligence based on just how logical you are. Because I guarantee when you are around some bitches, like bitches don't want to hear how logical you are. So miss me with that bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? Miss me with that bullshit. You won't get any bitches on your dick talking about Aristotle 24/7. Like a bitch won't ride your meat if you just talk about Plato 24/7. I can tell you so much, man. I can tell you so much, man. And I never tried to kick some logical shit around the bitch anyways. Why should I? Why should I? Well, yeah, my gosh, my heart. As I was saying, you only know what you can experience. And in order to experience, to make your experience count, you have to be wise when it comes to knowing how to perceive something. You have to be empty. You have to be naked, mentally speaking, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Let me read out my last community post out loud. I said, I'm quoting myself right here, I said, the intellect is a super sharp filter and it discriminates. It blocks out your ability to soak in experiences. When you experience life, which is the best teacher, you come naked and open, right? That's the highest knowledge and teaching ever. The intellect is used after the experience to collect data from that experience. The same way the brain, the physical manifested organ of the intellect, is just a processor, not the producer. It processes, hence it cannot be first. Makes sense? Makes sense. You see what I did there? You see what I motherfucking did there? Because let me elaborate. In order for your brain to even exist, your brain has to interpret something. And if you interpret something, you have to pick up influence. So, we cannot say the brain is the most important thing ever, because the brain is picking up influence. So the brain is not an independent tool. It is dependent based on the influence you receive. And the brain is receiving influence from your heart. Little do you know, from your goddamn heart space. Because the heart is, even from an astrological point of view, linked to the experience, to the highest form of wisdom. Your Cancer space is exalted in Jupiter. So your heart space is more linked to wisdom and experience than your brain, actually. Otherwise, if logic and the brain would be so important, why do you develop your heart first and not your brain? Like, that doesn't make any sense. People like to say logic is extremely important, or like the most important, which I'm against for. Logic is not the most important thing. Hence, you don't develop your brain first, you develop your heart first. You develop your sense of survival first. Because the highest teaching in life is just to survive. Not survive in some animalistic point of view. We have to break down what survival even means. From an etymology point of view, from a logical point of view, if you will. Survival is the highest wisdom, the highest knowledge in life. Because survival means to go beyond. Survival is like Latin. It contains like the word sur and vivre. Sur means to go beyond, to surpass, to extinguish a limit, to go beyond the limit. And vivre means live. So survival means, from a very Oxford definition type of POV, to go beyond your limit. But people label survival as, I just have to eat, I just have to fuck, I just have to take a shit, and I just have to goddamn be up under some shelter. Survival is not all about being safe. Survival means to overcome your limits. Survival means to overcome obstacles in your life. And this is the highest teaching, the highest wisdom. Survival. Survival is not to be interpreted as, yeah, I'm just living inside my goddamn warm house. I'm just eating all day. I'm just safe all day. This is not survival. This is just being an animal. This is being fucking retarded. Survival means to go beyond your limits. To expand. This is what your spirit needs to be even in this world. This is what's vital for survival, an experience. Without an experience, you would be dead. You get what I'm saying? So the highest wisdom in life is knowing how to survive, knowing how to experience, because an experience is vital for survival. Without an experience, spiritually speaking, you wouldn't be even alive. It's as simple as that, man. And tell me where logic comes into place in this whole picture. Nowhere. Because you don't need logic to be alive. As I was saying in my famous embryo example, spiritually we all know what we need the most. So as an embryo, we develop our heart first. We develop our heart first. The chakra of Cancer, in which Jupiter is exalted in. No Mercury is found. So the very first thing, what's first shall be last, and what's last shall be first. What's first shall be last. What's first is the end all and be all. Wisdom. Perception, emotions, the heart. The heart is the end all and be all, because the heart is first. What's first shall be last, and what's last shall be first. Because even from a physiological point of view, the brain is developed last. The very last. As a matter of fact, the brain is never fully developed. But your heart is fully developed very soon. Your heart is functional at its most efficient rate very soon. You know what I'm saying? Your heart doesn't go through puberty and now your heart becomes more efficient. The brain takes extremely long to develop. And you tell me, what's more intelligent? Something which develops the fastest or something which develops the slowest? It doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. So the brain is one of your most retarded organs. You know what I'm saying? It's one of your most stupid organs because the brain develops last from a physiological POV. Remind you, I wasn't even putting out some deep spiritual knowledge. I'm just purely talking physiologically right here. So all I'm saying is, wisdom stands supreme. Your heart stands supreme. And you have to be free and open to even perceive and experience your heart as it is. You cannot bring too much logic into your heart space or you're in life. In life itself, you cannot bring too much logic. Because if you do, you scare the house, you scare the bitches. Go to a bunch of bitches and talk about logic 24/7 and see how much bitches you get on your dick that same night. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, as I was saying, I'm not defender of heart versus logic versus this versus that, man. I'm just defending it is what it is. And what is that the heart develops first. And what is that logic is not more superior than the heart. That's not my opinion. It is what it is. You develop your heart chakra first. It is what it is. I didn't make this up. It isn't just me. It isn't just my fetus which developed the heart chakra first. It is what it is. In this live stream, I was not stating a single opinion. I need y'all to understand this. I wasn't talking about a single opinion. I'm just saying it is what it is. So don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. Do not get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Why can't I see my chat? There we go. Shout out to Tunnel Vision. Shout you out, Brody. Fucking legend. The legend himself, Tunnel Vision, is here. You said the heart beats both through the body and your nerves organs center coming up to your brain as signals that your brain puts into your brain. Yeah, exactly. And this is what I was talking about. Your brain is the interpreter. It interpretates. It's not producing. It just is in a receiver. It's a fucking receiver. It's funny that you was doing the goddamn receiver emoji. Because your brain is the receiver. It is the perceiver and not the producer. So get that shit into your fucking mind. Get that shit into your fucking mind, in your fucking brain. You know what I'm saying? Every pun intended. Every motherfucking pun intended. So yeah, as I was saying, you don't develop your brain first. Your brain takes a whole lot of time to develop to its fullest degree, which is a made-up curriculum anyways, but you know what I mean, man. You know what I fucking mean. So yeah, this is like interesting when we talk about survival, because survival is not all about being inside your room, eating your steaks, eating your Takis, and staying safe. Survival is surpassing a challenge, or like expanding, because this is what you need to survive, as I was saying. You wouldn't be in this world if it wasn't for you having an experience. So survival simply means to experience. And in order to experience, you don't take any thinking, you just have to be here. It just takes awareness, it just takes presence. You know what I'm saying, from a very spiritual POV. It takes presence. And everything happens in the space of survival. As in, I know this sounds very abstract, but let me explain. Everything happens just because you survive. Actually, it's not that abstract, it's very simple. Everything happens just because you survive, just because you experience, just because you're here. You know what I'm saying? So this is what you need to keep in mind. The experience, in and of itself, will bring everything. You experience, and now everything happens. You don't have to be a certain way to just made up some sort of teaching. You just have to experience life in and of itself, because life is the best teacher. Life being the best teacher is saying your own little thoughts, your own little individual feelings, your own little individual biases are not that important, because my bias is not changing the world. My individual opinions are not changing the world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is like at the mercy of something, because we are in a thing which is bigger than us. We all live in an atmosphere. We are all up under the Great Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Meaning we are not that high and mighty. Our own specific individual thoughts don't do shit. When you go through an experience, which is life itself, your thinking won't change the experience, because the experience is bigger than you. You're just a fish in the ocean, and a fish is not redirecting the ocean's wave. It doesn't work like that. The fish is going with the waves, aka the fish is just going with the experience. And if you are a very egotistical fish, and you think your thoughts can redirect an experience, you yourself are like a failure of a human being. To put it very bluntly. Because you don't have so much power. You don't have more influence than life itself. All you really can do is study life and be in a way which mimics life. You have to mimic life. Life won't mimic you. I mean, I'm thinking something right now, but life is not mimicking my thinking. Life will be how life will be. Spring will come, summer will come, fall will come, winter will come. Things are happening because things are big, things are very large, and I have to adapt to things. I have to adapt to Aquarius season right now. I have to adapt that the moon is in goddamn Gemini right now. My thinking is not redirecting what life is looking like beyond astrology. So don't be so egotistical. Actually, being retarded is a very egotistical thing. This is where we get into why Jupiter is even linked to surrender and linked to a lack of individuality sometimes. Because you know what they like to say, Pisces don't have individualities, or like Sagittarians are like yes men, Sagittarians just agree for the sake of agreeing. Because there is a mechanism in the life, not in the, I said in the life. There is a mechanism in the Jupiter archetype, which is experience. You have to give yourself into the experience. Your individuality cannot change the experience. Such as, it goes like this. It's winter right now. Me thinking, I like summer more, won't extinguish winter. Winter will serve you winter. So in order to truly make the most out of the experience, you have to submerge with the experience. You have to give in, surrender. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn. You have to surrender to the experience. You have to diminish your individuality, which is just your mind, in order to merge with the experience. Like to be with like the great space, the great spirit, like or God, however you want to call it. You have to leave your mind. You have to be some sort of less egotistical person. You have to abide your ego. And this is like one mechanism in life itself. Your own individual ego, your own individual thoughts, your own individuality in and of itself. Sometimes, especially when it's built on very negative magic squares, if you was building your individuality in a space which is very negative in and of itself, it's not allowing you to be free enough to develop wisdom, to receive something. Because in order to develop wisdom, you have to receive. And for you to receive, you just cannot be full of shit. Literally speaking. You cannot be full of shit and then you expect to receive something. It doesn't work that way. It goes like this. When you are in life, and you think 24/7, you cannot see what's happening right in front of you. Hence, people don't know how to conduct their life. My life is so chaotic, I don't know how to do shit. I feel like a passenger in my own body. Derealization. I don't feel alive. Of course you don't feel alive if all you do is just being occupied by your own individual thoughts and feelings. When you are occupied by your own individual thoughts and feelings, you don't see what life looks like. Because even a person who's like occupied with their own thoughts and feelings won't even go outside. Literally, that person will just sit in their room, watch YouTube all day, jerk off all day to the point that they don't even see life. All they're seeing is a man-made magic square. They call their house. They call their house. If you are too indulgent in your own thoughts and feelings, you don't see life. You just don't, and this is like my whole point. This is my whole fucking point, man. You know what I'm saying? So don't be so retarded. Just don't be retarded. Do not be retarded. Television said people get paid off context nowadays because fuckers scared to go live. Especially, not, I said fucking retarded. I meant to say exactly. Fucking exactly. Even like people who are like afraid to go live or to live life are like up under one specific train of thought. People who are afraid to live, they think. Period. They just think. And their thoughts, as I was saying, is often given to them. It's like a handout. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a fucking handout. So facts, you track the post current, the sea flow, especially, man. What do I say especially 24/7? I say exactly. I meant to say exactly. I can fucking speak when I'm fucking retarded. Fucking exactly, man. Because life is like a flow. And if you go against life... God damn, my fucking phone just died, man. My fucking phone just died. But anyways, we are live right back, ladies and gentlemen. My phone just died on me, you know what I'm saying? My fucking phone died right in front of my face, man. Fucking retarded as phone. But let me get back to your comments. Because I couldn't get to your comments. My phone was just dying in the middle of it. What the fuck? You said people get paid off context nowadays. Paid off context nowadays. Because those fuckers are scared to live. And this is what I just wanted to address before I just go and leave. People nowadays get validated to live up under pre-handed out informations. like studying somebody, living based on somebody else's train of thought, people get paid, people get validated when they are up under somebody else's train of thought. And this is encouraging people to be afraid of life in and of itself. Because as I was saying, in order to go through life, you have to be okay with chaos. Because life is chaos. The experience is chaos. You cannot predict the experience. Hence, Mercury is away in every Jupiter sign. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. It's like funny that people get paid to be like that. To just state pre-written opinions. To just go on pre-written context. You know what I'm saying? That shit is fucking crazy, man. He said currency flows through you. You try to own the current and watch you go under it. That's what you gotta do, man. That's what you gotta do, man. I like how you said that. Currency, man. That's some hard ass way of putting it. That's some hard ass way of putting it. Because life, as I was saying, is all about influence, and you have to ride your own influence to the point you are not crushed by your influence. We all like somebody who's fluid, right? We all like somebody who's all wavy, mavy, peachy, creamy, relatable, and goddamn soulful. And you cannot be like that if you don't own your currency. If you don't let that currency flow through you. You know what I'm saying? If you try to be like, if you try to abuse it, as I was saying, when you try to own that current, this is like you abusing that current. It's like a surfer trying to take too much power and control and going against the wave. And next thing you know, that surfer will just be crushed up under its own wave. Not its own, but up under the wave. Here we go once again. It's not your wave. It is the wave. You just don't claim the wave. You just cannot claim shit. I mean, you can claim shit, but when it comes through life, or like when it comes to life, you just stay goddamn, not humble, but you stay in your place. You stay in your motherfucking place. You stay in your motherfucking place. It's like somebody who claims to be God. You cannot be God. You're just an individual piece of all possibilities. And you know your place. You just cannot claim life itself. You know your motherfucking place, man. But anyways, my guys and my girls and my whatnot, I think I'll leave. Because I don't have anything left. I have something more to say, but it's getting kind of late, man. It's getting kind of late, man. So shout y'all out for being here. Shout out my boy Mystical Mysterio and the fucking legend himself, Tunnel Vision, man. Y'all everybody check out Tunnel Vision, man. He's a goated motherfucker, man. He is one hell of a guy, man. Oh my boss. He's one hell of a dude, man. Shout out to motherfucking Tunnel Vision. And of course, my homie Mystical Mysterio. Check them both out, man. And with that being said, your boy will leave. And I'll see you guys soon enough, man. Peace out, y'all. Peace out.